Hello. I think that the most tragic thing about humanity is that after so many thousands of years of civilization and progress, barely anyone knows what love is. I would say that less than 1% of people know what love is. We may stumble upon it sometimes without realizing, but that happens rarely. I'm not talking about romantic love or any kind of subjective idea of love. I'm talking about real, pure love, the kind that Jesus and Buddha were talking about. I'm talking about unconditional love. The reason so few people know about love is because, first, many don't care about it, and second, many think incorrectly that they know what it is. You can only know what love is if you find it for yourself, if you realize what it is. The problem is that no one can tell you what pure unconditional love is. There are no words to describe such love. We can only talk around it and try to guide others to find it for themselves. You cannot transfer your own realization of love to someone else. If that was possible, Jesus and Buddha would have done it, and many people before them. So why am I talking about it then? I want to talk about it in hopes that I can convey to you at least the understanding of what is not love. We should talk about love because I think that it has the highest value of anything that I know. However, it cannot be the most important thing. I think that the truth is the most important thing, because if you don't know the truth about love, then you cannot know love. There is one more thing that has a higher priority than love, and that is freedom. When you start to understand love better, you will realize that you have to feel free to be able to feel love. You have to give freedom to be able to give love. So there is no love without freedom. And for me, love is unconditional. If it is not unconditional, it is not love. So I want to talk about the implications of the word unconditional. I will not talk about any kind of romantic love or subjective idea of love. So we talk about love every day. We use that word every day, but we mean something else. We don't use words properly, so we confuse their meanings. I have heard love being used in so many things, in almost everything, even the horrible things. Love has nothing to do with horrible things. So when people use this word, what do they mean if it's not love? They mean liking or enjoying. Or they think that they like something or someone very much, or they enjoy doing something very much. And this feeling for them is, this stronger feeling for them is love. It is still not love because it is not unconditional. Unconditional means without any kinds of conditions. When you say, I love this, you have already made a condition. Condition is this. You have chosen something. Love doesn't choose anything. Love is about everything. Love includes everything. Unconditional is about everything. So liking always chooses something. Liking points to something. So if you have chosen something, you have already failed at unconditional love. Another difference between liking and loving is that liking has different levels. We like some things more than others because we are comparing them. There is no more or less with love. Love is the same for everything and everyone. Love doesn't compare anything. Love doesn't care about who or what or when or why or how much. Love is the complete absence of any kinds of discrimination. Another absence with love is duality. Liking, approving, enjoying has duality. Love has not. Hate is not opposite to love because it has a condition. Hate chooses what to hate. Hate is just a strong dislike. So, what is love then? How do we love everything? How do we include everything without targeting? How do we stop confusing it with liking? Love is a feeling, and this feeling comes from within. It starts with calmness and acceptance. But first, you have to understand yourself better. You have to be completely honest to yourself, or as much as you can. Be honest, but without judgment, without blaming, without liking or disliking. Only this way can you better understand yourself. And then accept yourself, without judgment as well. Any problems or mistakes that you have made in past, you accept them, you forgive yourself, and try not to repeat them again. You have to be calm when accepting yourself, because love is a place of no disturbance, no resistance. Resistance is just barriers you have built over the years that are preventing you from reaching love. And your task is not even to search for love, but to search all barriers and conditions that you have built against love, and then you drop them. And eventually, through calmness, understanding, acceptance, and removal of barriers, love will appear. It will only appear if you have accepted yourself completely and unconditionally. What you can understand about yourself, you accept. And what you cannot understand, you accept that you don't understand. But be honest. And when love appears, it will consume you. It will be in all parts of you. Love will unconditionally include everything about you in its embrace. And when it embraces you, it will change you completely. It will give a loving quality to everything you are and everything you do. Your every sense will be filled with love. Everything and everyone you interact with will be with the same intensity, with loving intensity. And here is the part where you may lose love. If you start looking at other things and people with conditions, if you let outside disturbances start to affect you. So everything and everyone you interact with has to be with same intensity, with loving intensity. To accept everyone without a doubt. That's what love is all about. And this shouldn't actually require any effort, because after love includes everything about you in its embrace, it will have a longing to expand those boundaries, to include others as a part of yourself. You just have to not resist that longing. Let love embrace everything and everyone around you. If you have problems with this, just imagine yourself to be blind, not knowing what is out there, and not caring. Whoever comes, you embrace with your loving intensity and include them as a part of yourself. And when you include others as a part of yourself, you want to understand them and accept them as much as yourself. You have to separate a person from their actions. You love everyone no matter what they do. Approving or disapproving of their action has nothing to do with love. This is a separate issue. You may disapprove of their actions, but you want to understand why they act like that. You may disapprove their action, but you can still embrace them with your love. We all have problems. We all have illusions and delusions, and we act compulsively a lot and create a lot of suffering around us. But when you have love with you, you want to understand more. You want to understand and find better solutions to the problems and suffering you see around you. And solutions will appear. They will appear from within, not from your mind, but from the center of your being that is connected with love. And from that place, you will be able to find many effective long-term solutions. And the best solutions are found through calmness. And love is a place of deep calmness. There is no resistance, no suffering with love. There is no annoyance. There is no stress. There is no anxiety. There is no disliking. There is no anger. There is no fear. We cannot feel fear and love at the same time. To be afraid is to be disturbed. Fear is about the future, thinking about what may come, what if it comes. Love is about the present moment. Love is not about thinking, it is about feeling. When we are afraid for someone, we cannot love them. We are actually afraid of losing our attachment to them. When we love someone, when we include them with everything, there is no attachment. We cannot lose anything because we have included everything already. So when we feel love, we cannot feel fear, any fear, even fear of death, because we have accepted death as a part of life. We have included death into everything. And this could be one of the biggest obstacles of love. Why do we fear death? Maybe because we have too many attachments that would be left behind after we are gone. And those attachments are your identifications with things and people. Those attachments are things that you are actually not. They are only illusions. And death is about separation. When you think about death, you think about ending. And you don't like that. You don't want to say goodbye. When you have love, goodbyes don't feel difficult. Goodbyes are for those who love with their eyes. Because for those who love with their heart and soul, there is no such thing as separation. This last sentence is not from me. It is from one of the greatest poets that ever lived. It is from Rumi. Separation is about physical reality. You can be separated from someone physically, but if you have included them as a part of yourself, no one can take that away from you. Love includes all and transcends any kind of physical boundaries. That's all. Thank you for listening. If you thought this video was interesting and useful, share it with someone. And from the end, I would like to wish everyone to find your spark of love through honesty and understanding and acceptance of yourself. Let it consume you whole and let it shine through you and all around you.